Hello everyone, welcome back to Polly's Pretties. Yes, same day, different video, different collab. So, we're here this time to do hashtag Mermaid Summer, hosted by Tony's Magic Arts and Crafts and Gwen the Trash Witch. And I wanted to take part in this the minute Tony told me, because yeah, we all know, fantasy's my thing. So, if I could live in fantasy, I would. But anyway, I promised I would take part in this the minute she said something, and I wasn't going to fib to her. But I had to wait a little bit to get a certain special something. I really wanted this to be different. So, I got a few little different bits and bobs. Plus, I used what was already in my stash, and you will see that when I open this. But this is my take on the hashtag Mermaid Summer. I hope you enjoy it. So, we're going to open our book with our beautiful mermaid on the front, and of course you see our seashell shape. That's one of the things I waited on. Excuse me. And she's swimming around, and there's her beautiful seashells and her little sea stars and beautiful gems, and everything's all beautiful. And then we open to our second page, which has a tuck spot here, and it says, Mermaid Hair Don't Care. And our tuck spot's holding a little journal tab that we can write on. And, of course, we got some gems here. Over here's another tuck spot, and it says, Stay Magical. And our tuck spot can be written on. And the little tab here says, Always be yourself, unless you can be a mermaid. Then always be a mermaid. Isn't that the truth? Then our next page here has a lovely belly band, and I've gemmed the center. That way we can tuck all kinds of goodies in there. And if we look, I hate trying to hold this. My hands don't want to, do this. It was a ticket that I made, and I turned it into a pocket. And in the pocket, we have two little tags that I colored with colored pencils. Okay, of course, they're going to be boogery today. Come on, get out of there. We have our little seahorse tag, and of course, they're blank on the back, so you can write. And we have our mermaid tail tag. And I didn't want them huge because the book's not huge. You know, the book is just enough. And that's what I'm calling it, just enough, because it is. It's just enough space to do what you want. So we turn to our next page, and I'm going to show you the next thing I had to wait on. So, on our beautiful page here, I left it open and used just these that I had made a long time ago. And I'm leaving this for a picture, but this is what I had to order. I didn't have the right color, in my opinion, for the wax seals, and then I didn't have the right wax seals, in my opinion, so I had to go get them. And I wanted it for this book particularly. So there is our first wax seal, and I'll try to get it close enough you can see what it's about. There's a starfish, and it's like a bit on the sand. Okay, so there's like a starfish and different little things that you would find. So there's that. Then we come over, and this is our just little decorated page, really cute. And we have our little fish swimming by. We've got our gems. We've got our little banner piece here, which was just actually scraps. I had to think what they're called. And then the little write-up says, You were mermaid to be awesome. Then we flip to our next page, and I used one of the things I made long ago and turned it into a tuck spot. And the two things tucked in it, you can write on the back of. Then we have our cute little mermaid over here that says Sparkle. She's just a decorative page. And we flip. We have another tuck spot here. The tags are blank on the back to be written on. We have another wax seal here. It is a mermaid. This says Float On, and down below you could paste a picture. Next page, we've got two more beautiful wax seals. This is a, give me a minute, pocket. And in the pocket, you see three tags, which do have a gem and a little picture. But on the back, they're blank for writing. Over here, we have our bubbles, our mermaid, and a wax seal again. And then a place for a picture. This wax seal, let me get it right here. Make sure which one. Okay, this one has a mermaid. This one is a jellyfish. Okay, and this one is more of the beach scene. Alright, so we turn our page. We have another lovely tuck spot with a couple places to write that are in there tucked. They're mermaids. Over here we have a scene, and we have another one of our wax seals. And if I'm not mistaken, yes, that one's the jellyfish. But as you see, the wax seal coloring is different. So again, like I said, that was something I had to wait on. I had no choice. And then this over here is going to tell us how to be a mermaid. Okay? So in that it says how to be a mermaid. And here's the steps. Ride the waves. Sleep in the reef. Be friends with starfish. Wear seashells. Soak in the sun. And dance with sea turtles. Now, if y'all accomplish that, then you're a mermaid, okay? So, there you have it. The next page, I left, woohoo, a couple more of the seashells I had made. And then this is going to be a spot for a picture. So we flip to our next page here. It's a chunky monkey. Okay, here's just a decorated page, and it says Under the Sea, and we have our mermaid and our fish. Pretty water behind it. Over here, you see another wax seal, and I used a bunch of my beautiful stickers to put our castle in there, and of course, we have to have treasure. We got to have the fish swimming by, and we got our starfish here, and we have to have gems. I mean, come on now. No self-respecting mermaid goes around without gems. So this is another mermaid here on this one. I had to look and see which one. And then the back of our book, as we turn it to close, has our beautiful mermaid in the waves. She's got a couple fish swimming, and then she's got more gems around her. And I had a lot of fun making this one too. Like once I started, and I did this, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I was so stoked about this. I did this in one day. I made the book pieces, I put them together, and then I started decorating, and I just could not. It was like when I was working on the Wizard of Oz, I couldn't stop. Now, this one I did not put a closure on. Why? Because, one, have you seen how chunky that guy is? I don't see much of nothing holding that close. So, and I didn't want to pull on the spine on the rings, because, you know, let's keep it a little delicate there. So, that's my little book for hashtag Mermaid Summer. I had so much fun making it. And do I know if that's my last project for that? I don't know. Because like I said, I still have stuff left, and I'm trying to use what I have. So that's, I mean, I did order a couple little things in it, but I wanted it to be perfect. I mean, I'm trying to do things so it's not the same old all the time. And I want it to be pretty, and I want it to be nice, and I want it to be something you can look at and go, oh, wait, this is different than the last thing. And so I really, really was trying to hit all the right spots with it. And I mean, I love it. Yes, it's chunky. Yes, it's fat. That's fine. I'm good with that. But I think that it just turned out beautifully. I used a lot of what was in my stash, paper-wise. I didn't buy any paper for it. I did forget to use a couple things that I bought, but that's okay. They're there for another thing. But that was just so much fun, and it's little enough that it's not going to be a pain, you know, to try to store somewhere. So I had fun with it. It came together quick. The hardest part was actually the making of the book pages. That was a die I had never used, and it's quite elaborate. But it was fun. It was worth it. I would gladly do it again if I needed to. But I'm kind of stoked with that one. I like the way it turned out. So, but yeah, I hope y'all liked it. I hope y'all found it interesting. Maybe it gave you some ideas. And like I said, all the paper that I used for the book pages and stuff was all paper that I already had here. I didn't go out and buy any. I literally just went to my stash and went, okay, this is what I'm doing. And that's what I did. Now, the Wizard of Oz one that I did, like I said, both of these were very much fun. I'm so happy. And I love how they turned out. So I hope you guys do too. So please, you know, if you haven't seen the Wizard of Oz video, or it's actually hashtag Oz in July, please go check it out. This again here is hashtag Mermaid Summer. Again, it is hosted by Toni's Magic Arts and Crafts and Gwen the Trash Witch. Please check out their channels. They're amazing crafters. All these ladies are amazing crafters. I mean, mine ain't going to compare to none of theirs, so I'm just going to tell you that flat. But please go check them out. I love the projects that I was able to create. I love how they came together. They're not humongous like I tend to end up going which made me happy. It made me happy because usually I go too big, and then I'm like, oh my goodness, how am I going to finish this? But this was nice. This was very good, and I liked it. So until next time, though, thank you so very much for watching. I hope you had a wonderful day wherever you're at in the world. Please remember, stay safe, stay healthy, stay happy. Maybe not in that order. You know, whatever order you need it to be in. And with the heat and humidity, please, please, please hydrate. I can't say that enough. 4th of July taught me a heck of a lesson. We went out, I got nasty sunburn, and I was hydrating. But where we had went to the festival here, in literally the hour we were gone, I got such a sunburn it made me sick for about 3 days. And I was mostly covered. And I had talked to one of the EMTs that was there working the scenes, and they had hauled 15 people out before we ever even got there. And I mean, like, hauled them out for heat, stroke, heat-related issues. One of them was a young child. And so that's kind of scary. So yeah, definitely when it's hot, you know, hydrate. Don't stay out in it too long, and if you don't have to, and if you do have to, my goodness, find some way to stay cool. But until next time, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you supporting my channel. Please go support my friends, too, because they really, really are great people. If you don't know who they are yet, go check them out. And until next time, bye-bye.